Hello everybody and welcome back to a Physic Let's Talk. Today, I've got a few things I want to talk about. If you enjoyed the video today, please do leave it a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. If you want to go a step further than that, I have Patreon and PayPal set up. Link is in the description. So a few things I want to talk about today. Mainly going to be talking about Onision's recent actions. We're going to be taking a peek at his most recent contradictions and hypocrisy and stuff like that. He's gone into debate me mode because that's his way of trying to defend his actions by being incredibly immature and completely overrunning the debate so you don't have a chance to say anything. That's his tactics. Very, very mature. Well done as always, Onision. As well as that, there's going to be some movies I want to talk about. Mainly Call Me By Your Name, which is a romance/drama set in the beautiful countryside of Italy, and I think it's a wonderful film. I may also be talking about It Comes at Night, which is a horror/mystery, although I wouldn't call it a horror film. It is being marketed as such. I would call it a thriller. It heavily focuses on paranoia and the effect that can have on you, It is a post-apocalyptic setting, and I think it is a masterpiece, nothing short of a masterpiece, one of the better films I've seen in recent years. If I don't have a chance to talk about that today, that'll be in the next Let's Talk. I think that's pretty much it. So, hey, thank you so much for joining me today. Let us roll that intro. So, Onision has put out that video about Shane Dawson that I am disgusted by. That's on his Onision Reacts channel, and according to my connector, apparently Onision Reacts has gained a strike for being incredibly misleading and saying things that are genuinely dangerous and could get people in a lot of trouble.
Like, he wants someone to debate him right now. So he's got a lot of incentive. There's incentive for him to debate someone because he's got this controversy about Shane Dawson, and he's really, borderline bullied him. I'm not going to say borderline, he has bullied Shane Dawson, and he received a strike on his Onision Reacts channel for doing that. And he just wants to ride this controversy, and it's very convenient for him to do a debate right now. It's very convenient.
So that's fantastic. That's nothing short of absolute justice in my opinion, so that's really good. Now, because of this whole Shane Dawson thing and him lying through his teeth about the situation, he has decided now is a good chance to try and twist a debate out of someone. And if we have a look over at his Twitter, we'll see exactly what he has said recently. So, he put out a post saying, "Please pick a YouTuber you know hates me more than most anyone. Contact them, letting them know I am happy to do a YouNow with them. Give them a list of questions to challenge my claims of being honest, and have them email me dates they are available. Thank you." Give them a list of questions to challenge my claims. No. Greg, that's not how it works. We come up with the questions, then you have to answer them. You can't just be given a set of questions that you have clearly rehearsed the answers to. That's not how debating works. And that's not his only tweet he's put out recently. His next one that I find even more hilarious is, "Really tired of asking people who make countless videos about me to confront me live and them saying, 'Oh, I need someone to hold my hand, a moderator, and let's wait months before the debate so I can prepare. Dude, being right requires zero prep time or a babysitter.'" Again, Greg, that is an incredibly childish and immature thing for you to say. You only don't want a moderator there so you can try and completely overrun the debate, so you can throw verbal abuse at the person you're debating and completely ruin the chances for them to successfully debate you. It's because of your petty, childish actions that people wouldn't want to debate you without a moderator. It's entirely your fault that people want a moderator, and the fact that people want to wait isn't because they can then have time to prepare, because we don't need time to prepare. You have clearly already prepared for this, by the way. That's why you're suddenly saying it out of the blue.
If he wants to debate me, I have terms. So, we're not going to debate, next week or anything. when it would suit you, or tomorrow, or the next day. I'm not going to debate that. Like, if you want to debate me, we can debate in 3 months, when you're irrelevant again. And we can sit down and we can have a civil conversation. And that's the other thing. Civil conversation. We're going to have a moderator. We don't have a moderator, I'm not going to be there. That's the thing. It's a waste of my time if I'm going to spend half of the debate yelling over someone, or he's going to be yelling over me. It's kind of like, it's not something I really want to do with my time. Life's short.
And as well as that, the reason people want to wait a while is because you're doing it on your terms, and that's not fair to other people. We should be allowed a chance to... It's basically so you can once again become irrelevant, because you have suddenly gained a bit of relevancy with this Shane Dawson thing, and so now is your chance to debate someone so you can use the situation to your advantage. No, that's not what people want. People want to give it some time so things can blow over and then see how you react to that. You can't just debate people on your terms and only your terms. It is so immature for you to say that you're basically saying to people that they're a chicken if they don't debate you without a moderator and with time to prepare. How pathetic is that? How unbelievably pathetic is that? You said in that tweet a little while back down there that you want these people to be given a list of questions to ask you. Is that not you clearly prepping for that? Because it's stupid, isn't it? That's really dumb. And another interesting thing about this whole Shane Dawson business. So you put out a video called The 15-Year-Old Rumour, with Onision in brackets because you have to have your name in the title. And you put that video out because apparently you got a mathematical error wrong when you were saying how old Lainey was when you first started dating her. So, do you now know how it feels to have this pressure and lies about you being a pedophile? It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolute double standards in your case. This should show you how Shane would feel with you completely lying about his actions of late. Not only that, but I've also found this. This is disgusting. I found this on a Twitter page called Onision Facts. It's very interesting, very enlightening. The post says, "Holy shit, just found out this. Onision is accusing Shane Dawson of pedophilia, yet Onision used an alt account, proven to be his, to defend a rapist who impregnated a 13-year-old girl. This man is truly sick and can't seem to see past his own hypocrisy." Whoo! Let's take a look. Miscellaneous notes. It's been speculated that Greg privately emailed Robert Cassio to defend his actions and offered verbal support. Robert Cassio being a convicted criminal after impregnating a 13-year-old child. Cassio uploaded this video thanking Greg for his kind words of encouragement, but only referred to him by his first name and not his online persona as to prevent public backlash. We can see a comment here, anti-Southern movement. Guys, leave him alone. Seriously. And then him saying thanks. Anti-Southern Movement is Greg's alternative account. Anti-Southern Movement, being a well-known second alias of Greg, left this comment showing his support of a convicted villain. Wow! And you are attacking Shane Dawson. Why? If you're absolutely comfortable in supporting a rapist, a child rapist. Double standards, my friend. Haha, well done on that one. No. So I've noticed as of late and in general that the more days go by, the more unbelievably transparent you are. I don't know if it's because you're getting worse or if I'm just getting to know you better and better as time goes on, but your transparency is so clear. I can now see the motives in everything you do. It's really obvious. With the whole Shane Dawson thing, you're clearly doing that as a cheap way of attacking him because you're jealous of him. You're clearly doing this debate thing as a cheap way of trying to defend yourself by having a debate instantly and not letting the person have their own terms and just completely overrunning it, and that's your way of succeeding apparently. As well as that, you have put out another video recently titled "Onision has helped thousands of girls and guys." Oh wow. When I saw that, and the thumbnail, I thought, this has to be a joke. This obviously has to be a joke. But then you go onto the video, and it's a very serious video, where you're reading up about how you've helped a million people in the world. And why are you talking about yourself in the third person? Why have you titled it, Onision has helped thousands of girls, and in the description, Onision has helped people? Is it because you're trying to put a layer between you and your narcissism? I'm sorry, but you are you. Just own it and say, I have helped loads of people. Jeez, you are so arrogant, it's absolutely baffling. It's mind-blowing. I can't believe the person that you are. You're so delusional. You think you're the most honest person in the world, which is absolute crap, absolute rubbish, and you yourself have said that someone who excessively says that they're honest is probably not being honest. And you have said that in videos twice.
Who has to point out that they're about to be really honest? People who aren't normally honest.
Wow. Wow. Jesus Christ. Sorry about my hair, I know it's very wet at the minute. So, I think that's enough of Onision for one day. Let us now talk about a film that you guys should really check out. It is wonderful. The film is called Call Me By Your Name. It gets an 8.3 on IMDb, which is pretty damn good, and it gets a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Call Me By Your Name is a coming-of-age kind of story. It is set in 1983, and it is about a 17-year-old boy called Elio who is growing up, and his father has a research assistant that comes over from America. He's a 23-year-old named Oliver, and Elio very quickly gains a strong relationship with Oliver, and they bond over Elio's emerging sexuality, they bond over their Jewish heritage, and the wonderful Italian landscape that the film is set in. Now, the film is very interesting because it has quite a unique structure to it. Of course, it does have a structure, but it is very loose. There isn't a real plot. It is just about two guys that fall in love, and that's pretty much it. The homosexuality isn't the main focus in this. That is just a small part of it that is related to growing up and finding out about yourself and your sexual preferences. There is no kind of shame about them being homosexual. There is no kind of Elio's parents finding out and being really upset with him. Everyone's just fine with it. The homosexuality isn't the important thing here. It's about growing up. It's about learning about yourself. It's about learning about love and how much of an important thing it can be. Now, the film is incredibly emotional. It has some very sad scenes, and it is wonderfully relatable. Being someone that's bisexual and has had experiences similar to this one. Now, it's interesting because Elio is a fair bit younger than Oliver. Yes, they both feel so strongly for each other, but Elio, being much younger, is more immature about the situation, doesn't want to let him go, doesn't want to lose him, and wants that love to continue forever, whereas Oliver understands that he's only visiting and he will have to leave at some point. Anyway, I won't get too deep into the plot because it'd be really cool if you guys could check it out. So I'll put some links in the descriptions to like a trailer and the IMDb page. Now, aside from that, I've also recently watched a film called It Comes at Night. Now, this has been marketed as a horror, but I wouldn't call it a horror. I think it's more of a thriller. I think it has amazing levels of suspense and tension. It is basically set in a post-apocalyptic world. Now, we don't know where the main characters live. We don't know what happened to the world. We don't know when it is set, and that's all really interesting because it builds a lot of mystery behind this, and you're seeing purely from the perspective of the main characters. You don't know anything aside from that. Now, they live in a house that is completely boarded up. They're not allowed to go out at night because there is this disease, this sickness that is spreading, and you don't know what the sickness is, you don't know what caused it, you don't know what happens when you become sick, but this family is incredibly careful about what they do, and they have someone break into their house, and it is really interesting because as you're seeing from the perspective of the main characters, you don't know who these people are, and you start to doubt them, you start to mistrust them, and go along with the main characters' feelings. Now, the film focuses heavily on paranoia. It is entirely about paranoia. When this new family comes to stay with them, and there are questions as to whether they're sick or not, you start doubting them, you become afraid of what they might do, but you don't see anything from their perspective. They could be fine, they could be really nice, kind people, but you just don't know. That makes the film so interesting, that level of paranoia, because you start feeling that paranoia as well. You start questioning things, and that adds a really interesting element to this film. Now, I really can't say much about the plot for this film because it does have a lot of mystery behind it, and I wouldn't want to ruin that. Again, I'll whack a link to the IMDb page in the description if you'd like to check it out yourself. Now, I believe that's everything for today. To finish off the video, let us take a peek at these wonderful people here. Aren't they just magical, beautiful, wonderful people? These are my patrons. You can become a patron as well. You can join this list of fantastic people. There will be a link in the description. Love you so much. Appreciate you. So, I do have a Patreon, as I say, link is in the description. It's patreon.com/physic_talks. I have several reward tiers, all of which are incredibly exciting. No, they're as much as I can offer people, but the more patrons I have, of course, the more I am able to do, and I am nearing my next goal, which is $100 a month. Once I get to that point, I will start streaming, and I cannot wait to do that. I will definitely need help from some of you guys, but I can't wait to do that. Anyway, that about does it for this episode. If you've enjoyed watching, please do leave it a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next one.